by Joe Henderson in the Tampa Tribune, A Moment of Truth for Gay Rights. And it reminded me how the press can become the bully pulpit for special groups. Henderson injected in his column and in this debate what he called the religious element, and he is right. The debate is not about civil rights. This is a moral question that God has already answered. Homosexuality is a sin of choice that God has condemned in His Word. Homosexual activists would have us believe that they were born that way or have some genetic predisposition to homosexuality. There is absolutely no scientific validation of their claim. They are homosexuals by choice. The overt promiscuity of the homosexual community has accelerated the speed of spread of medically resistant strains of sexually transmitted diseases, including HIV and AIDS, has cost our nation billions of dollars. The demand that the homosexual community has a right to be sanctioned and elevated in our county is folly. A gay parade with a provocative exhibitionism that is characteristic of parades in other major cities has no place in a city that nurtures and encourages families. Henderson calls it discrimination. I call it common sense. What will be next? Will the county sponsor a parade for pedophiles, rapists, adulterers, polygamists? I urge you to stop the madness and vote no to any consideration of gay parades or other sordid displays that is intended to promote the perversity of homosexuality.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Patricia Ferns, Joyce Hamilton Henry, and Terry Kimball. Morning, Ms. Ferns.
Good morning, Commissioners, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the media. My name is Pat Ferns, and I stand before you as an activist in Tampa Bay's gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and queer community, and a member of an over 11-year relationship with my wife. But more importantly, I stand before you as an advocate for equal rights and representation for all people of Tampa Bay. It is time that this body recognizes the equality and diversity of all of our citizens. The measure before you today is an ideology of tired politicians that for the most part are no longer representative of what the citizens of Hillsborough County want in their leadership, as indicated by the fact they are no longer on this commission. And the lone commissioner that was part of that vote in 2005 to ban the county government participation, promotion, or even acknowledging of anything to do with gay pride has since seen the error and regretted his decision. The LGBT community is just as important to this community as are Native Americans, African Americans, Asians, Hispanics, Irish, many of whom have sponsored festivals or parades throughout Hillsborough County. Similarly, the diversity of each of these unique groups is frequently on display throughout the county and in our county libraries, where the main focus of this ban originated and has been held since the implementation of this discriminatory ordinance in 2005. None of us are here today to elicit any type of endorsement of a particular event. What we are here today for is to say there should never be discrimination of any class of people. No citizen should feel that they are any less worthy than another. This is about the celebration of diversity for all. For it is in diversity that each of us are able to come together and create the wholeness that is representative of us all. The ban of participation of this is wrong. It is divisive and unjust. That a governing body of your magnitude ever thought this type of class discrimination was needed or warranted was indicative of misguided and misplaced moralistic values that have no place in our government. I urge you to strike down that ban. Thank you for your time.
Joyce Hamilton Henry, Terry Kimball, Howard Rosehaven. Morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Joyce Hamilton Henry, and I'm the Director of the Mid-Florida Regional Office of the ACLU of Florida. We are an organization that works to promote the civil rights and civil liberties of all people, including ensuring that lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people have equal opportunity to participate fully in civil society. Hillsborough County is a place where thousands of LGBT people live. I say that it's a place where LGBT people live, another place that they call home, because unfortunately it is not a home. That word means a place where you are welcomed, where you're treated with kindness and dignity, where you're made to feel that you belong just like anyone else. The ability to call Hillsborough County home is something which this body denied our LGBT brothers, sisters, friends, colleagues, and neighbors 8 years ago. In 2005, this body told LGBT residents of Hillsborough County that you can live here, just don't expect us to recognize it. You can work here and benefit from our economy, Just don't expect us to acknowledge your contributions. You can pay our county's taxes, just know that you are not welcome here. This was not benign neglect. This county commissioners of 2005 went out of their way to single out one group of citizens and say that they are not worthy of recognition by the county. It was an act of discrimination, plain and simple, intended to do nothing more than hurt people and make them feel unwelcome. In the time that's passed since that vote, that ordinance has become an increasingly embarrassing mark of shame for the county, costing the county business and marking our community as an unwelcoming, backwards place. Removing that stain is long overdue, and I urge you to vote for a proposal before you today. I could take the time to tell you that we are a wasteland, or we are at a watershed moment for acceptance of gay people in American culture.
Thank you, Mayor.
But you already know that.
Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity to speak.
Terry Temple, Howard Rosehaven, and Richard Wilson.
Commissioners, this isn't about discrimination or denying anyone rights. Any group can apply for permits to have parades, put up displays, and engage in other events. As long as their activities are legal, there is nothing stopping them. But there's nothing in local or any other laws that says that the county has to promote their activities. Many worthy organizations engage in events here in Hillsborough and don't receive any type of promotion or financial support from the county. Pregnancy care centers, Rotary clubs, Kiwanis, Elks, Lions, and others have parades and do other wonderful things in our community. They don't look to the county for promotion of their events or for funding for them. Is promoting groups based on their sexual activities the message we want to send our children? This ban came into being when a gay pride display in a library here in Tampa, in an area that was open to children, contained material that was X-rated and a referral for people in Hillsborough, including those children who had questions about their sexual identity, to call a number in Pinellas County. So here's the question. Which one of you truly believes that if you overturn this policy today, that we won't be back in short order discussing whether the county should leap from a proclamation for Gay Board Days to funding for Gay Board Days? And if this isn't about funding, will every one of you, and I say every one of you, commit not to bring back gay pride issues for county funding? I doubt that's going to happen. And if you aren't able to stand up to the bullying tactics of the papers on this issue today, how will you stand up to the bullying tactics of the papers when you're actually being pressed to spend tax dollars to promote homosexual behavior? Instead of considering canceling this policy, you should consider expanding it to include a prohibition on funding any activity that's based on people's lifestyles. Otherwise, where does it end?
Thank you, Mr. Kimball. Howard Ross.